Hi, this is Rumela Banerjee, and joining me today is Lokendra Singh, co-founder and CEO of Oriano Clean Energy. Many thanks for joining. To begin with, Oriano has grown rapidly in a competitive market. What are the key factors that have contributed to this growth, and how do you plan to sustain this momentum as you reach closer to your IPO?
See, solar or renewable energy is being a very innovative oriented industry, and it is very dynamic of its kind. Therefore, thorough understanding of the whole sector and understanding what are the government policies are going to come, the strategies needs to be very dynamically tweaked, and therefore we need to predict the market how it is going to come into next couple of years, and therefore we need to make the I would say planning accordingly. So I just give a brief how we did. Uh, Up to 2019 or 20, there was not much of potential into commercial and industrial renewable power space. And we ventured there and we started suggesting customers to go for an OPEX kind of customer, where we started giving, apart from the EPC that we do as a core, we started offering all the power purchase agreements to the large funds, along with the land, all the requisite approvals. So that has opened a new market at all for a lot many investors, which was slightly not being developed there. That point of time, the market was hardly somewhere around 100 or 200 megawatt a year. Today, this market has grown to some 4 gigawatt a year. So that is something that we need to slightly stay ahead of the curve. So that is one of the focus that we need to, we put at that point of time. And agility is the key over there, that whenever the new market, when we are entering into particular states, India has a lot many states. We currently operate into 14 of the states. So where the new policies are going to come and how the policies are going to shape up. And accordingly, we have to reach to our customers or exit from that market in a strategic manner, so that we should ensure that whatever the effort that we are putting up, that should get materialized. So that was one of the key factor for our sustenance.
All right. So, in this crowded solar EPC space, what unique value propositions does Oriano offer that have proven most effective in winning and retaining your major clients?
The major factor, I would say, is the trust that we have developed over all these couple of years. We've been into this industry for more than a decade now. And Oriano itself, prior to Oriano also we were operating, but into Oriano itself has completed its 9 years journey. And all these years, we have worked with almost all kinds of fund into India now. And we were there into C&I space as well as the large utility EPC space. The major factor that we have earned so far is the trust of a customer. Contracts are always been paper tight, but in spite of that, how we need to ensure that we are building trust with the customer by delivering whatever we are committing, the right quality, the right HSE practices, and the right whatever we are proposing to a customer, that exactly is happening onto the ground with the right timeline frame. So once we started developing that, and our core values of ethics and integrity, that has gone down to the whole value chain into our system and into all our employees. So therefore, whatever being said and whatever being committed at our level or at our N-1 level to our customers, that's been ensured by the organization that that same thing gets delivered. It's a project, lot many challenges also used to come, but I think this is one of the trust that we have gained so far by delivering multiple projects. And currently we have done almost like 40 plus projects into India, all kind of sizes. And I think that was one of the very key factors.
If you could tell us how Oriano is leveraging new age technologies like AI, IoT, or blockchain to enhance its project execution and maintain our competitive edge.
See, earlier we were not that big organization, so we slowly started putting a strategy that how are we going to grow into next 5 years. So that strategy was devised 2 years back, and every year and every half yearly, we keep on relooking at our strategy. And that is what I meant, that what agility means and dynamic, ensuring that we remain dynamic into our segment. So accordingly, when we see that our size is growing, therefore we have moved on to SAP system in order to ensure there should not be any challenges with the vendors as well as our customers in timely reporting, as well as ensuring that the quality and the safety protocols that's been there, that's get driven by a software protocol. Now we are also moving forward with the digitization space, where we are now transforming our engineering through a tool, where the whole of the engineering shall happen through a tool itself. We are although currently using lot many third-party AI tools, like PVKS is there, Rated Power is there. There are other system tools which helps into the engineering and that speed up the engineering itself. But apart from that, what we see that whatever the experience that we are earning, and every member we are earning from every site that we construct or every project that we do, there are a lot many inputs that we used to get. So how to centralize all those inputs and then ensure that through AI, we take our cognitive decisions delivered through a software, so that whatever the targets and whatever the project expectations we are having it, there should be perfect alignment with that. And accordingly, likewise, in order to enhance our value to the customers, we are also developing in-house SCADA and analytics engine to give more value to our customer on a further optimization and the upkeep of the plant.
Okay, now looking back at Oriano's journey, what were the most unexpected challenges you faced, and how did overcoming them shape the company's, current direction?
So I think we were growing good. We were growing good. We were having investment from the UK DFID, which currently now is UK FDCO, which is the Commonwealth program of the UK. And through SIDBI, they invested. Through SIDBI, they have created a fund as Samriddhi Fund, and they invested into our organization, which they were holding some 20% stake. However, into 2020 was one of the, I would say, one of the worst year for us in terms of the financials, where our majority of the network got eroded because due to the COVID, there didn't happen to be any project. But what we did during that period of time, lot many companies, they downsized their employees, they reduced their salaries. We didn't any of this of that sort. What we have asked with our people to stay strong. It's going to be a tough time, but we have to come out very strong. The projects are delayed. Currently, we don't have a project as of now, but the salaries will keep on coming. There are no cuts in that. But when the projects are going to come up, we need to ensure that every one of us work very hard to create a good bottom line, so that whatever we have lost, we try to recover in next couple of years. I think that the trust with the people, the strategy that we put ourselves to be a bottom line driven company, not going with the top line approach. I think that was one of the core value and the core team which got created and which got retained during that period of time. Over a period of time, that team got developed and the new members kept on coming. The sense of belongingness with the organization, the approach of being bottom line driven, the approach of quality and compliant driven company. I think these are the certain factors which has helped us to grow multifold in last couple of years. Our I would say net worth has almost, I would say, what was before COVID it was. Now it is more than doubled. In spite of the losses, we have recovered all those losses. We have made certain profits also. So right now, the turnovers has got multiplied by, I would say, before COVID it was whatever it is. Now it is more than 2.5 times of that. So this is how we are growing, and every year multiplying our turnover.
How has Oriano's approach to building strategic partnerships evolved, and how do you see these relationships changing as you transition to a public company?
Yeah. So see, there are multiple factors. First of all, there are 2 or 3 factors when we talk about our existing businesses. There are multiple stakeholders like the supply chain partners. Then there are contracting partners, right? And thereafter, when we diversify into new other segments, then the new collaborations that we are looking for. So I will try to address a couple of. So like for our existing EPC business of the solar power plant itself, when we say that, so we have a streamlined OEM partners who work dedicatedly with us. And there is a lot of trust which got built in last couple of years. So we don't introduce new partners randomly. We take a lot of time, but when the new partners comes on board and when the trust got developed, so we keep on developing them. I think that gives an edge onto securing our supply chain with all our existing OEMs. So we ensure that their interest of timely payments, timely delivery, or getting the material timely, and be very ethical. So they feel secure with us whenever any kind of issues comes away, even they know their interests are going to be secured by the organization. So that is something that trust that we have built so far. And likewise, when we see a contracting partners, like our multiple civil contractors, electrical contractors, labor contractors, EHV contractors, I would say now the requirement along with the global funds that is coming up, and it's increasing with the ESG, with the HSE also. Developing them, reskilling them, giving the proper training, adhering them to those protocols, and then increasing their size and finding the right partners. I think that process is currently on, where we are reskilling and redeveloping them to a larger scale. And we are finally further adding up the new partners over there also. Likewise, when we go to the new domains, we are further expanding into new diversifications, where we are soon going to be offered as a SCADA, as an analytics engine to the market, which we are developing in-house. We are going to having a certain collaborations into robotic module cleaning systems, as well as tracking technology. So these are the certain diversifications we are doing when we talk particularly about solar space. Further, what we are doing, we have also started offering, apart from EPC, as a development, as well as asset management platform. So we give land, we do our own due diligence, vetted by the tier 1 legal entities. Thereafter, we acquire all the land, we do all the land acquisition, do all the requisite approval for a particular state or for the putting up the solar plants, all kind of approvals that is required, and that we give as a turnkey services. So we are now becoming as a one-stop solution to our customers, where we provide the shovel-ready infrastructure for putting up the power plants. Thereafter, we construct the whole power plant, and thereafter we have a separate division for asset management. So currently, almost like 1 gigawatt of projects are under asset management along with us. So that we are doing. So we are giving the whole end-to-end services to our customers that way.
All right. So beyond capital raising, what are the key strategic advantages you anticipate from going public?
So I tell you, during COVID also, we had a very tough time in having finding or adhering the banking partners with us. There are a few banking partners who really supported us during that tough time. So as we are growing and as what our targets are, we are going to do almost like 800 to 1,000 crores. So currently we closed this financial year to somewhere around 350 crores. Next year, we are aiming for 800 crores of revenue. And therefore, there's certainly going to be a working capital requirement. Now, in all these years, only the COVID year was the year where we gone into negative. Otherwise, we were always a positive company. We always made profit in all these years. So the core, which requires the strength, which requires to remain positive, that is one of our strength, that we were always been a profitable company. We are bottom line driven company. Top line is different, but again, we are always a bottom line driven company. That is one of our core. And how we maintain that core is by adding certain values, certain different offerings, where we can reap more benefits, more profits than from the EPC, like land and asset management, I would say. They were always very gray area for any other IPs. Now we are starting an IPP platform also, where we are going to put up these capitals, so that we ensure that whatever profits that we are accruing now and whatever the capital that we are raising, we were able to at least that will more like a annuity returns, where they will have a returns of somewhere around 15 to 20% or 25% in between. So that is how it will help us to grow that capital. And then also further enhancing our value offerings by further collaboration of manufacturing of robotic technologies as well as manufacture. And then going forward, we have a plans to going into fuel cell technologies.
So, if you could tell us the key financial metrics you believe investors should focus on.
If you see our last 3 years trajectory, the major financial parameter was like our EBITDA was always like somewhere around 7.5 to 8%, and that is point number one. So whenever the turnover, though it is increasing, our EBITDA is always we are maintaining our EBITDA, and that is one of the very critical thing. That means that we have created our in-house systems, in-house process, in-house financial ecosystem, where we are ensuring that timely delivery as well as maintaining the financial interest of the organization is one of the key factor. Apart from ensuring the customer delight that we do with our offerings by our execution, but these are something that is there. In last 9 years, not even once, even into the during the COVID times, we have defaulted on any kind of statutory payments, be it bankers, be it statutory bodies, be it any government bodies, be it anybody. So that is something that is there. Third thing is that we have appointed a large partners who consult us on the strategies as well as taxations, income tax, GST, whatever it may be, or any further investments also, so that we remain, we try to avoid and we try to be immune to any kind of surprises which can happen because of the misinterpretations. So these are the few key factors that we have developed so far over here, which ensures that financial ecosystem of the organization remain secure.
Can you also share some specific financial targets Oriano aims to achieve in the first 2 to 3 years post IPO?
See, last year, as I told, we did some 350 crores, slightly more than 350 crores approximately. Although the books are currently into finally into the closing stages, so it may happen that we will have slightly higher, slightly lower. But next year we have a target of somewhere around 800 crores. We already have an order book right as of now is 350 crores, and I'm hopeful that into next couple of weeks we'll have another 500 to 600 crores of order book. So this next year we are going to anyway touch somewhere around 800 to 1000 crores of revenue. Going forward, we have a target of 1500 crore for the next financial, apart from for 2026, and 2500 crores for 2027, and 4000 crore for 2028. These are all well documented and well strategized numbers. We are in order to support that also, we have a plans for the diversifications into new domains. Apart from solar as an industry, we are going to venture into national high-speed railway constructions as well as airport constructions. So that these are the new two segments where we are going to enter and are going to offer our services as a development and construction for EPC.
Okay, now post IPO, what's your strategy for balancing reinvestment in growth versus returning value to your shareholders?
Yeah, that's a very important question. So, see, this organization is getting transformed to a tech-oriented company, as I told. And right now we are in process of opening an office into Germany also, so that we can have a technological collaborations going forward. And while what we have into India also, we can offer there because we are a manpower-driven company. And this whole business is a skilled manpower-driven business. So we have our in-house SOPs programs that we are conducting further for training, reskilling of the people, reskilling of the vendors, and so that we deliver quality and projects as per the global requirements. So that is where we are opening an office into Germany, from where we are going to enter into US as well as Middle East market. We are further strengthening our position into other services like robotic technology as well as tracking technology, apart from project construction. However, now further we are also, since I have already told you, We are already a development and EPC and asset management company. We never been into the business of holding assets on our own. Now this year going forward, we will start adding, starting a IPP platform as well, where we are going to put up an asset onto our books through our investment that we are going to raise, and further investment going forward that we are going to raise further, and along with the organization approvals also. So that will ensure that whatever the investment is there, it's going to be onto the slightly annuity kind, where we will be able to secure at least 15 to 20% of annual returns to our investors. So that is something that at least I am targeting, and we believe, and there are not many platforms where this go in sync with them, that all the IPP projects, when it comes to the annualized returns, it comes somewhere around 15 to 20% overall onto the whole portfolio. So that is something that we are getting it secure. However, going forward, apart from that, we are going to venture into fuel cell technology when this hydrogen economy is going to flourish into India. So that we are going to start now. We want to venture into creating a hydrogen, providing the hydrogen stacks, and this PEM stacks as well as fuel cell stacks to the automobile companies, so that we can be a valued partner to the automotive industries.
If you can tell us how you plan to allocate capital among areas like R&D, geographical expansion, and potential acquisitions.
So see here, the major capital that are going to be raised is going to be for the IPP and for the development of the solar parks. So there is going to be whatever we are already doing from our EPC business, that definitely will go to expansion of the new geographies, because there is a lot of risk that goes in. So there we are going to put up EPC capital and the development of the new tools that will go there. Whatever capital that we are going to raise, that will be invested further into IPP as a platform, solar park, where we make a good size of returns there, and into the fuel cell technology. So I would say somewhere around 80% will go into IPP platform, and somewhere around 20% or 15% approximately will go to solar park development, and 5% will go to new technologies.
How is Oriano adapting its strategies to address global supply chain disruptions and geopolitical tensions affecting the renewable energy sector?
See, this geopolitical tension, yes, it's one of the major, currently very risk factor for lot many countries and lot many developments, not only to our country, to other major countries as well. I think going more forward and predicting the risk is one of the key, where we try to secure our order books, and we try to book much of the raw material in advance with the right parties who have a good financial strength and leadership into the industries. We try to ensure that we book much well in advance, so that we get the deliveries on time. I think that is the only factor, and that is how the only prediction we can do as of now. So somewhere we can we have to slightly buy at slightly more cost also. That can also happen, but I think better would be to be onto the secure side by timely procuring the things, by timely releasing the orders to the partners, and then having a good relationship with all these OEMs. That only can fructify the results.
What unique cross-border collaborations is Oriano exploring to drive innovation in clean energy?
We are already in process of acquiring one robotic cleaning system company. We are developing our in-house SCADA system, as well as in-house analytic engine also for creating our processes. However, we are going to start, we are already in process of an advanced stage of discussion of collaborating with the technology supplier for the solar trackers, so that we are going to offer now into the Indian market. And going forward, we have a strategy to venture more into fuel cell technology, where we can offer fuel cell based engine to the hydrogen car production to the automotive customers into India. And that will take time. It will take some couple of years, but we are going to start those efforts from now only, so that in next 3 to 4 years, we will be able to slightly be ahead while when it comes to monetize the investments.
Lokendra, you've led Oriano from its inception to the brink of an IPO. Can you share a personal anecdote that illustrates your approach to fostering innovation within Oriano?
When we see our journey and when we see the risk we have gone through, it's very important to have a thought process of repurpose of every single activity that we do. So we have a concept of repurpose of the thing, re-engineering and value engineering. So how to enhance our efficiency, keep on checking it, whether those things, those practices which were relevant a couple of years back, whether today we need it or not, and how the system is enhancing and moving forward. What are the new things that we need to do in order to secure our time investment with any kind of activities that we do. So I think the crux we would like that we have to be profit-driven company, and value engineering is something, and repurpose of something is at our core. And therefore, what we do is we have started our training programs internally as well as to the external stakeholders, including our vendors, so that whatever we believe that has to be done something into a certain manner, that has to happen in that manner only.
All right, time to wrap up this discussion. Many thanks for joining.